Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we don't have a centralized topic today, but I wanted to talk about some of the gaming news that's going on right now. Now the first one comes from the YouTuber named the Rad Brad. He posted a tweet. He said, thanks Ubisoft for the WatchDogs 2 gift box, and that pretty much confirms that Ubisoft is gonna have WatchDogs 2 at their E3 conference, and that kind of leaves me a little bit skeptical. Obviously for the elephant in the room, WatchDogs 1 was a complete failure. It had the biggest graphic downgrade of all video games, I believe. This one looked amazing at E3, and then whenever it came out on the disc or whenever the game actually released, the downgrade was very noticeable, and it was an utter disaster. Now the campaign was all right. I played a little bit of it, but really, like, the game was just a mess. It was a big old clusterfuck, and I don't know how they're gonna bounce back with a Watch Dogs 2. And all I gotta say is if the graphics look any different from E3 to retail, then the community is going to be up in flames, because they will hate Ubisoft even more than they already do. Now the next article that I want to talk about comes from GameSpot. I will leave that in the description, and it basically says that the EA CFO Blake Jorgensen is not concerned one bit that Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 are releasing within 3 weeks of each other. He says that EA has a diverse market for FPS shooters, and he doesn't think that it's going to affect either one of them. And me personally, I think that's a good idea, and I think that's a bad idea. It's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess you could say. So the reason that it's a good idea is it basically is going to steal the spotlight from Call of Duty, because EA is going to have two FPSs competing against, you know, Call of Duty, which obviously it's going to be a very tough fight. COD might win, but then again, Battlefield might win as well. It's really a toss-up for that. Now, the reason that I think that this could be a good or a bad thing is that Titanfall is probably going to fail again, because I don't think that Titanfall is going to be able to withstand the competition of Call of Duty and Battlefield. I just don't think that's going to happen. Now, obviously, the real winner here is going to be probably EA, because they're making the most money off of not only Titanfall but Battlefield, and they're trying to steal spotlight from Call of Duty as well. Now, since we're still on the subject of Battlefield, I did want to briefly address something else that EA said, and that is that they're skeptical about releasing a World War I game because they don't think kids know about it. They think that they're just not taught it in school, and that just doesn't make any sense at all. Kids these days, they have to learn about World War I and World War II. They're the freaking world wars. They know about them. Now, some schools probably don't go much in detail like my school did, but they do talk about the conflict in general, and most of the time, if it's in the United States, they talk about the US involvement as well. But the fact that they don't think kids these days know much about World War I is kind of nonsensical, and even if they didn't know much about World War I, why would they not want to make a game off of it? It would be educating your fans and getting them involved with the history of the world. So I think that it's a great idea that Battlefield is releasing a World War I game, and I think other games should release, you know, games that are in the past and not so far up the future that nobody cares about it anymore. So the last thing that I want to talk about is AMD has officially announced their new graphics card called the Radeon RX 480, and it's priced at $199, and the graphics capability is between the 980 and the 980 Ti, and it's just insane that, you know, AMD is able to make these graphics cards that are so good at such like a small price. Now this is actually a certified VR ready graphics card, so it supports the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. So if you're looking to make the switch to PC gaming, I suggest this graphics card, or if you want to go on the Nvidia side of things, get the 1060 or the 1070. The new graphics card this year are just insane. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below, and if you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, that'd be much appreciated. And until next time, guys, it's been your boy Nemo, and I'm out. Peace.
Bring the madness.